Good evening, everyone. Hello, hello. Welcome to Willingness Wednesday. I am your coach, BVon Squires, and today we are sponsored by Spirit Source Connection. I am so glad you're here. Thank you so much for joining me. If you are new, I want to say welcome, welcome, welcome. And if you are returning, I want to say thank you so much for your love and support. I really couldn't do this without you. Thank you for being here. This is a safe place. Okay. All right. So I am really excited about today because today we are embarking on a new segment called self-care. Ooh, what's that, coach? Doesn't that sound exciting? Okay, so self-care. A lot of times people think self-care, they think of the beach, they think of horseback riding on just horseback riding, outside activities, things like that. But what I do want to help you understand is that self-care means different things to different people because we are all individuals. We are so individual in our needs. We're individual in those things that actually bring us stress. We are individual. And I want to see you each as an individual, right? And so I am going to bring a plethora of information for you tonight to help you choose which one of these is the best way for you to reduce your stress. And I'm going to ask you some pretty tough questions. I had to answer these questions myself before I came on here to speak with you. And I was like, those are some pretty tough questions, coach. But that's okay, because I know my audience. You guys are effective on your way to becoming highly effective individuals. So any challenge, you are up for it, I'm sure. So let's just jump right on in, okay? So I'm going to do a little foundational work here first. I'm going to let you know you are a multi-dimensional individual, okay? Creation. Yeah, that's it. We're all creations from the Creator, okay? So He created us multi-dimensional. I swear, when God created us and gave us all the components of who we are, oh my God, what masterpieces He created in us, right? And so now it's up to us to find out exactly what He put in here, exactly how to use it, and exactly how to maintain it, right? So when you think about the fact that you are multidimensional, what does that mean really, coach? Come on, break it down. Okay. I just tickle myself sometimes. I'm sorry. But anyway, what that means is you have a mental component, you have an emotional component, what's on the inside, you have a spiritual component, you have a physical component, okay? So there you go. You have mental, emotional, physical, and spiritual components of who we are. And each one of these components requires specific attention, right? So I'm not going to feed my spirit pasta. I'm not going to feed my mind pasta. I'm going to feed my body pasta, okay? I'm not going to meditate my body. I'm not going to meditate with my body. I'm going to meditate with my spirit, right? My emotions. I'm going to give them some self-care, right? By practicing affirmations. I'm going to raise my vibration so that I can get to a high frequency, so that I can attract those kinds of people to me, those like-minded, happy people to me, right? What I want you to understand here, still foundational, because we have to build the foundation. The foundation has to be set so that we're all on the same page with the same information, with the same knowledge. So that's why I'm taking my time with the foundation. Heck, we've got 5 Wednesdays in this month. We've got plenty of Wednesdays to move forward into the rest of the content. But first, I do not want to miss out on this opportunity to help set the foundation, especially for the ones that are new. Now, you guys that keep coming back and keep supporting me, you already know this kind of thing because you've been here from day one. Okay, you guys are my day ones. But anyway, what I'm trying to help you understand here is that your mind, right? Your mind is like a computer. It's the hardware. It processes, right? This spirit, which is the software. So you have your hardware, which is the mind. You have your software, which is the spirit, right? So what I want you to understand is your spirit is how you are able to move and animate and think and reason, right? That doesn't come from your brain. Your brain and your mind is just the processor of the information, processor of the software, and your spirit is the actual software. Okay, so those are two separate components. However, they do work together in conjunction with the body, right? They work together in conjunction with the body to achieve positive actions. All right, so I think that's it for the foundation. So now I want you to help you understand that there are some, we're going to call them battle zones, okay? What's a battle zone, coach? All right, so the battle zones, we will call these battle zones like anywhere that you can have a conflict, anywhere, anytime that you can be without notice, right? Without notice, you have to, let's say, change your mind. Let's say the plan changes right in midstream, right? That is a stressor. That is a battle zone, right? Trying to get other people to do things that you want done sometimes can be a battle zone because you're trying to enact control over something that you cannot control. So one of the other foundational pieces that I just remembered is we must know what our stressors are, and we must know if they are something that we can actually control. Most times, they are not things that we can control. Most times, they are things that just happen along the way. However, we can control the way we respond to them, right? And the way that we respond to them is either going to heighten the stress or it's going to reduce the stress, okay? So I want you to start by asking yourself a couple of questions. I'm going to read them to you right now, okay? All right. So one of the questions I want you to, what I want you to see is, okay, okay, here we go. What are areas of conflict in your life? Not that you have conflict daily, right? Nah, nobody wants conflict daily, but sometimes conflicts do arise, right? Because we're always interacting with people, always going to the grocery store, always driving our cars, always doing those sorts of things. And so conflicts can arise. It's about how do you handle the conflict after it has arisen, right? All right, so whether you're driving, oh, this is a good one. People cut you off. People cut you off. That's a stressor. People driving too slow, that can be a stressor. Oh, Google Maps can be a stressor for me. Google Maps can be a stressor for me, especially that I live in a city that I didn't grow up in, and there are a lot of places I have to go that I don't know how to get to. And oftentimes Google Maps can tell me to take a left turn a little too late, and I've missed my turn and have to come around. That can be a stressor, okay? All right, here's another one. What situations make you feel consistently overwhelmed and stressed? I had to give that one some thought. Ooh, I came up with a good one too. It's my lawn. It's the lawn care that I receive where I live. Okay, so let me explain to you. On the side of my house, okay, there is an emergency air landing field. It's always so nice, always so pristine, always cut so just nice, right? Okay, I live in a county, so it's like a country setting. So around my house, there are trees and bushes and, shrubs and weeds. So when I first moved here, all of that stuff was well maintained, but they decided to get a new contractor who has the lawn care service, and they are nothing like the ones that were here when I moved in. So now the stressor is the grass, the weeds, they're letting them grow up too high, right? And so, okay, that doesn't sound like a big deal. So the weeds are high. All right, so what? Mice live in the country. This is a consistent stressor of mine. Every time I go out there and see that they still have not cut it to my satisfaction, I stress. But I have to ask myself, can you control that situation, coach? No, I cannot, but I can control how I respond to the situation, right? All right, let's go to the next question. Okay, so what unresolved problems are you currently living? Ooh, that's a good one. And so these are some tough questions, coach. Doggone it. But listen, one of the consistent stressors that I'm living with is they are doing construction across the street. They are putting up some new townhomes, really nice ones, but all about banging so early on a Saturday morning. Woo! There's a conflict. There's a conflict there. I don't want to hear that waking up in the morning. Can I control it? No, I cannot. But I can control how I respond to it, right? All right, a couple more questions for you. What people, places, and things cause you sadness and despair? I had to think about that one long and hard too. It could be the anniversary of a loved one. It could be this COVID-19 Delta variant. It can definitely be that one. You know what I mean? That does cause me sadness and it does cause me despair because I know so many people that have died from COVID-19. And now here we are with another variant. I know for a fact about the vaccines. You know, so many people don't want to take the vaccine. And that is a consistent stressor for me, knowing that I am mingling and out here with people that do not respect themselves enough or us enough to get vaccinated. But everybody has their own choice, right? I have no control over that, but I can control how I respond to it, right? And so can you. So can you. All right, so here's another one. This one was really tough. What causes you to feel incompetent or frustrated? I had to think about that one. What causes me to feel incompetent and frustrated? And then I came up with the answer. See? Because I can tell myself the truth today. I get frustrated and feel incompetent when I can't figure things out on my own. That does something to me. Because I figure, hey, you're supposed to know how to do this. You're supposed to, if you don't know how to do it, you're supposed to be able to learn how. This is how I talk to myself. Come on now, coach. You can do this. You just get on YouTube and you just find yourself a video and you just work it out and get it done. See? I can control the way I respond. Okay? So, here we are. Now we're going to talk about the self-care in all of these situations. First of all, I'm going to ask you to do yourself a favor. I want you to trust me enough to follow my lead. I want you to sit quietly, right? No TV, no radio, no nothing. Find yourself a place to sit where you're not going to be disturbed. And I want you to just sit there with your eyes closed silently. I want you to just realize the stillness in your body. And I want you to feel that rising, that sense of entity, right? That's your spirit. I want you to be able to recognize your spirit when you feel it. If you have not been introduced to your spirit, right, you are somewhat, I don't want to say the word, but handicapped. You're a little bit handicapped because one of the components of your multi-dimensional character or creation that you are is not being utilized. It's not being exercised, and it's not being fed, not being maintained. So I want you to be able to just sit there quietly and breathe. What that breathing is going to do, it's going to bring oxygen to your mind, right? It's going to calm you. Just breathe in, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay? That's one full exercise. That's going to bring oxygen to your brain. That's going to quiet, that amygdala, right? So many times, like we talked about last week. I don't know if you were here, but you can always check that out in my emotional intelligence solutions video. Or you can call me. I forgot about that part. You can also call me because I'm your coach. And you can reach me at 317-721-4315. Or you can email me at b.von Squires. And we can work one-on-one. I can help you with this, okay? If you at your wits' end, not knowing how to handle situations, all these stressors all over the place, all these battle zones, not knowing how to handle them, call me. I'm your coach, and I can help you, okay? All right, so as we were saying, all about the breathing, okay? This is going to lower your mortality rate by 33%. Who knew that breathing could do something like that? I don't know if you've ever gone to get your oil change and they say, do you want your filter changed? That's your air filter. Have you seen that thing? Ugh. It is full of black. It's full of soot, just full of just yuckiness. So what do you think your lungs are full of if you do not breathe them out? They're your air conditioners. Your lungs are your body's air filters, right? They're your air condition filters. The air that comes through, the breath that comes through your lungs, they condition it, right? They condition that air and then change it to the CO2, right? And bring that back out. So the whole thing about it is if you breathe in and out, right? Just breathe. Every chance you get, I'm talking like every time you think about it, do some deep breathing because it can only help you. It can only help your body. It can only calm you down. You don't have to even be stressed. But a lot of times I want to help you understand this too. A lot of times the stressors that we have and the stress that we carry, we're so used to carrying it that we don't even realize that we're walking around with a bag of stress on our backs because we become so accustomed to carrying it. We have allowed the stress to infiltrate our lives in such a way that we have just built our lives around the stress. Now that does cause me sadness and despair to know that people are walking around with stress and that they don't have to. Okay, so we're going to go to the next one. All right, here's the next one. Okay, so realizing that you can't control other people, you can only control your response. I've been saying that throughout the whole segment tonight. That is the one thing I want you to know is that you can control your emotions so that you do not have to escalate the stress in your life, okay? Now, the other thing I want to say is you can avoid stress by leaving earlier, okay? You don't have to rush. Just leave a little bit earlier. Or you can prepare yourself at night so that in the morning you can leave on time so that you're not rushing. You can make sure that your gasoline tank doesn't go below a quarter of a tank. So let's say this next morning you're rushing and have to get right to work, but oh my God, I got to get gas, You can see that I have experienced that, can't you? Yes, I have. I've experienced that frustration. I have experienced that stress. And so I try to put things in place, but it takes a lot of self-discipline. It takes a lot of self-discipline to create new habits, new healthy habits, habits that are going to help you reduce your stress, habits that are going to help you to cope with your stress, okay? Another one I want to say is a long, luxurious bath. Now, I do this one for myself on a regular basis. Nice, luxurious, hot bath. Some bath salts, you know what I'm saying? A candle, a little aromatherapy. Oh my goodness, that does wonders, not only for your body, but for your mind, your emotions, and your spirit, man. You have to take time out for you. You have to remember to fill your cup. If your cup is empty, you are not going to be able to pour into others. So remember, you have to take care of yourself, right? The other thing I want to help you understand is that sleep is so important. You need to get at least 7 hours of sleep per night. This is going to help clean out all the brain plaque from all the activity from the day, right? When you lay down to go to sleep, when you enter REM, which is your REM sleep, your brain shrinks down. Ooh. And then the spinal fluid shoots from the back of your spine into your cavity and just washes away all of that brain plaque from all of that thinking you've been doing all day, all of that ciphering you've been doing all day. You know what I'm saying? And it takes 7 hours for this to happen. And then after that 7th hour, the spinal fluid goes back into its place. Then your brain comes back to its original size. And then you wake up nice and refreshed, right? Remember to drink your water. I'm telling you, your body is the only body that you are going to have. You need to take care of it. I wish I knew all of the stuff that I know now when I was 19 or 20, when I thought I was invincible and that I was going to live forever, you know? So I'm helping you now. If you are that age, I'm helping you understand that there are certain things that you must do for your body, for each of your components, so that you can thrive as a whole unit, right? So that you're not off balance, right? So that you are totally equipped and prepared to handle whatever happens through your day. And I tell you what, if you will take the time to set up some good routines in your life, it will save you a lot of stress. Okay? The other thing I want you to do is understand that exercise is so important. Even if you're only exercising 10 minutes a day, consistency is the key. If you consistently work out 10 minutes a day, at some point, your body's going to say, 10 minutes, I want more. Next thing you know, you're going to do 15 minutes. Then you're going to do 20 minutes. Then you're going to do 30 minutes of exercise, and you're going to feel amazing. Woo! What exercise can do for your mind, your emotions, your spirit. I'm telling you, there's nothing like moving that body. There's nothing like exercising and moving that energy around, right? Moving that energy around. So important, because just like anything that stays still, it becomes stagnant. That's not a good thing. You know, stagnation equals low vibrational energy. That you just don't want that in your life in any form, okay? So I just want to help you to understand that moving is very important. The other thing I want you to do is show up every Wednesday night right here at 7:15 p.m. That is definitely going to reduce your stress, because I'll be here waiting for you every Wednesday night, here to help you understand things that you're just not going to hear anywhere else. You're not going to get this in school, and you're certainly not going to hear this in regular dinner conversations. But if you come here, I'm going to keep you up to the moment. I'm going to keep you tapped in and tuned in and turned on, baby. I am so enjoying myself tonight, and I thank you so much for allowing me to be your coach. I thank you so much for allowing me to bring this new segment to us on self-care. And so next week, when I come back, we'll talk more about self-care and how you can practice self-care, how you can ask yourself some of those tough questions, because we have to know where the stressors are. We have to know how we react to stress. And then we have to know which one of these remedies or the self-care ideas is going to work best for us. So I gave you a few tonight, and you can try those out this week. And if you want to come back and DM me and let me know which one of these self-care tips work best for you this week, I can't wait to hear about it. All right, that's going to do it for me. Thank you so much for being here, and I will see you again next week right here on Willingness Wednesday. Bye bye.